Most racist people on paternity court. Why is the first thing I see, I'm black, that baby is white, it can't be mine? How is that possible? She's black. How can you guys have, even if she cheated, how could she have a white baby, bro? What the fuck? All right, let's start from the top, man.
Most racist people on paternity court.
This is the reason.
Let me see your evidence. That's a picture of...
This is a picture of Ileana when she was first born. And when the doctor made that comment, this is the reason why we're here right there.
Okay, Your Honor, let me just say this. We are, that was stupid. So I don't know what the doubt is. The doubt began because people continuously said, oh, she's white. Oh my God, she's so white. Oh, she's so white. What's wrong with that?
Miss Beto brought Mr. Bolton to paternity court after Mr. Bolton denied paternity of her baby on the pure basis of skin complexion.
Wait, if she cheated on him with like a white guy, then that could be possible. Like, look at Patrick Mahomes.
Mr. Bolton would detail what happened in the delivery room that caused him to have serious doubts.
The doctor that gave the procedure to deliver the baby, he handed me the baby and he looked at me. He said, "Are you sure this baby's yours?"
Oh.
And I looked at the doctor. I'm like, "What do you mean?" He said, "Because this baby's white."
I've never seen that happen.
What do you mean this baby's white?
Jerome, have you ever heard of such?
But
that's a first for me.
It turns out the doctor was the one who asked Mr. Bolton if he was the father. And I got to be honest, that doctor is one nosy person. Miss Bido would then explain her intricate family heritage that supposedly caused the baby to be light.
I'm Dominican and black. He's Puerto Rican and black. People in my family have different color eyes. My eyes are hazel. My father's eyes are green. He told me that when he was a young boy, when he was a baby, as a matter of fact, his eyes were blue and then they turned green. So I don't see where the doubt is.
Mr. Bolton definitely had valid reason to doubt paternity, as even the doctor was skeptical. Miss Bido would then claim that she had always been faithful to Mr. Bolton.
That's
Even
cap.
Mr. Bolton's family questioned if he was the father.
we have friends and family come over to see the baby, then looking at the baby like, "Oh, she's beautiful, she's beautiful." Is she yours?
That's not what.
Or you have family members doubting you is over. That's crazy. The family members doubting you, bro. That's fucking crazy. I've seen babies that, like, you know, with white couples and then they come out black, you know, the meme. I've never seen the opposite, dude. That's crazy.
What they were saying, maybe on his side, but my side, they did make some comments, but of course I defend it. That's my daughter, you know?
Yep.
So I see him all the time in her. I see a little bit of my features, but mostly I see him.
Mr. Bolton had everyone around constantly asking him whether the baby was his, which understandably took a mental toll on him. Even people outside his own family, such as his boss, were not convinced he was the father.
Even the boss is
But
in
he
it.
looked at the baby, and he's like, "Rico, is this baby yours?" I look at him like, "What you mean?" He says, "This baby's whack." So I'm like, wow.
So now the doctor, your family members,
People
and
in
your
public-
boss
Yeah, people in
are
public.
all just openly asking you.
Yeah, it's his baby.
When everybody is openly asking you, bro, no wonder you have doubts. And it's valid. Go do a DNA test. Oh, wait, that's why we're here. But, dog, you know how bad it is if everybody asks you? That's, like, extremely bad, bro. Bro, that's so bad.
Hey, Mom.
Another reason why Mr. Bolton was so eager to get
Oh
a
my God, we
DNA
have another
test, because
reason.
he has been in this situation 3 times already, where women have claimed he fathered their baby, but he didn't. Miss Bido would then speak about their relationship.
We actually broke up last year around August.
Oh,
and
she's
it
a
was
demon.
Due to infidelity on his behalf.
Well, Your Honor, she was
Oh.
accusing me the whole time that I was cheating. I got a couple of buddies
He
that I hang
was.
out with before. I got a couple of buddies I hang out with. They do things on the side.
Your Honor,
Now,
I
by
saw
my
the texts
association
from the
being with
females.
being with them,
The two didn't have the smoothest relationship, as Miss Bido was constantly worried that Mr. Bolton was cheating on her. Miss Bido would eventually catch Mr. Bolton texting other women, and in
Damn.
response, Miss Bido left Mr. Bolton and got with another man.
had sex with
I
another
gave him
guy.
an That's
You know
right.
what
I
I'm
did
saying?
sleep with
And
somebody,
so-
but I did it the right way. I left you first. I was single.
But you're pregnant. You got pregnant.
Your
And
Honor,
during the time you broke up and you left him, did you sleep with someone else
Yes, I
without
did.
using protection?
I did. And let me tell you, It wasn't like that. I left him and it wasn't like, oh, hey, I'm single, let's go party, you know?
Miss Bido had a pretty extensive on and off relationship with this other man. Mr. Bolton was convinced that this other man was the biological father after he went through images on Miss Bido's phone and found some crazy pictures.
Damn.
Pictures of him and his baby is still there, together. So I'm like, whoa, what's going on?
Pictures of him and
His baby
his baby
Yeah.
are in her phone.
and her phone,
Ooh.
and it looks like this. His daughter looks like my daughter. So,
I mean, but how often is it that babies can look alike?
but Your Honor,
These
What?
were some wild pictures and definitely fueled Mr. Bolton's doubts significantly. Regardless of his doubts, he still stepped up as a father and provided a
W
nurturing
mans,
environment for the
W-mans.
baby. Miss Bido would then praise Mr. Bolton for this.
Upon what you see as a person. A lot of people felt like he wouldn't make it, we wouldn't make it, we wouldn't be okay. And yeah, we're going through something right now. And even him as a person, people felt like they didn't believe in him. But I believe in him. I believe in him still to this day. I believe that, you know, he is a good man and he is a good person.
Your Honor, when I first
That's why you
asked about the
chose him.
DNA test, she was really upset.
Yeah, I
She
went
did
crazy.
kick me out. She did do that.
Credit to Miss Bido for being so mature and composed in such an intense situation.
What do you mean mature and composed? She literally just kicked him out after he asked for a DNA test.
Judge Lawrence stepped in and showed sympathy for Mr. Bolton as he had been in traumatic situations before.
3 times
regarding
is
paternity.
crazy. He is so
I
unlucky.
feel like, maybe she's still been messing with this guy. Because all of a sudden, like she said, we've been together 5 years. The first time she ever got pregnant. She's coming back around, boom, baby. I'm like, what's going on?
All right, so
So
the
that-
timing felt strange to you as well.
That's
Oh,
ma'am.
nah.
Mr. Bolton is a good man who never hesitated to take care and bond with his potential baby. Ultimately,
Okay.
Mr. Bolton was just looking for a stable family, and he expressed his desire to be the biological father of the baby.
Yo, he's
I
so
just really
white.
want to be a father to this child here. I've been there since day one. The baby
You're
shower.
worried still.
I am. Just because, yeah, my past and, just
And the last time you were
it's
in
like
court,
the signs. The last time I was in court, I mean, came out not yours. But the signs are there.
Oh.
So many people saying it. I need to be sure.
And that's what's so heartbreaking about this situation.
This entire situation was just really messy for their relationship.
Wait, she couldn't understand that he wanted to make sure after he'd been through this 3 times. Like, she couldn't understand him. Like, why can't she be like more like empathetic? Like, he has been through this 3 times, and all 3 times is not his. Why can't she be more empathetic instead of kicking him out? Be like, okay, I get you don't trust me, but let's, do this still, so you don't, we cure the doubts,
And the baby
What the
who didn't
fuck?
deserve any of this mess. Miss Bido was extremely confident that Mr. Bolton was the father. Eventually, the DNA results were
bruh.
in, and it was time for the
Damn.
moment of truth.
you are her father.
Que yo dice, but what I tell you,
You proposing there? That's such a whatever. But that's crazy. That baby is white as snow. That's crazy.
yes.
Miss McBirth
She did
brought
not
Miss
want to say
Jackson
yes.
to paternity court in order to prove that her son, Mr. Hughes, did not father Miss Jackson's 2-year-old son. Miss McBirth had no chill and immediately started accusing Miss Jackson of being a bad person.
This woman is trouble. She is trouble with a capital T. She, as a matter of fact, I call her the 3 T's. Trash, trouble, and trifling. That's what she is. The little boy looks nothing like my son or any member of my family at all.
Miss McBirth just kept on insulting Miss Jackson, but her main argument is that Miss Jackson's baby looks nothing like her family members or even Mr. Hughes himself. She would then bring in some images to compare them.
Yo, it is 2 different skin tones, my guy. Yo, it doesn't even look like your kid if it is, bro. There's no shot this could be your kid. His hair, look at this. He's white as snow, bruh.
Your son.
That baby white as snow. There's no way that could be my grandchild
Oh,
or my
shit.
son's baby. He has no features like none of us. Nobody in my family looked like that.
And just by looking at this child, you've determined and said to yourself,
He's
I do not believe that's my
That
grandchild.
can't happen. There's no way.
Miss McBirth would point out that the baby's skin complexion looks nothing like hers or Mr. Hughes, but what she failed to realize is that Miss Jackson has a similar skin complexion to the baby. Miss McBirth would then double down on her argument.
He all the way white. He ain't got no black in here. Everything I see got powder puff on it. I don't see no chocolate nowhere, okay?
No, ma'am.
Whatever.
Miss McBirth was being so disrespectful to Miss Jackson and her baby just because of his skin complexion, and this just isn't fair. Miss McBirth would then reveal her first reaction to seeing the baby.
I walked past them, and I kind of glanced over there, and I seen this little white baby. I knew it wasn't mine, and I ain't had nothing else to say or do about it since then. She need to get that out of her head. That child is not my son's baby, period.
African American, you know our children come in all colors, shades.
Elijah
She told me
is
it was
very...
Miss McBirth was honestly so inconsiderate and kept on saying such disrespectful things about the baby who did nothing wrong. Miss McBirth would also mention that Mr. Hughes...
Wait, I don't get it. Wait, why his hair is like I get the skin thing, but like the hair is like blondish though. Is her hair naturally blonde? Can this really happen?
Baby who did nothing wrong. Miss McBirth would also mention that Mr. Hughes never even signed the birth certificate, and this caused a heated argument.
His name's not even on the
Stop
birth
lying.
certificate.
Stop lying.
Okay.
Whose name is on the birth certificate? Do you know?
Nobody's.
Exactly, because
Because
Smart.
he was
Anybody.
not there when
It
he
could
was
be
born.
anybody's baby.
Exactly. I could put anybody on there, but I didn't.
Honey, you
Exactly.
put
Until he
enough
comes
in there,
back.
you sure should.
Until he
Go
gets
get the
back,
daddy,
that way he
because
could
it ain't
be
my
on the
son.
birth
It's been 2
certificate.
years.
So I was waiting
It
for
don't take
him.
2
So
years
hold
to add
on,
a baby.
And we
let's
was
get
ready
some
to
order.
put
Let's
his
get
name
some
on
order.
it.
I want to understand this.
Miss McBirth just kept on screaming at Miss Jackson and acted so immature in the courtroom. Miss McBirth was extremely confident that her son wasn't the father. Miss Terrell,
Smart.
a witness, would then accuse Miss Jackson of engaging in some pretty crazy activity.
First of all, she's a liar because you just had a wild sex party that got shut down by the police station last week.
Sex party?
Yes,
That
you
is
did.
not
Yes,
true.
you did. Yes, you
There's
did.
some hoes in this
That
house.
is not
Okay,
true.
hold
Yes,
on.
it is.
Miss McBirth.
Yes, it
Miss
is.
McBirth.
Yes, it is. It is true because
I'm about to
why
walk out
is
the
your
door.
neighbors complaining about the sex that goes on in your
There was
household?
no sex
Yes.
going on.
How
No,
you know
read
you
the
drunk
police
high?
report
Okay,
if you
let's
want
get
to.
some-
Miss McBirth and Miss Terrell just kept on screaming at Miss Jackson the entire time. Miss McBirth is definitely one of the most insufferable people on paternity court, as
Wait.
she insulted the baby even though he did absolutely nothing to her.
Wait. How did the sister know that she had a sex party? Was she in it? How does she
When
know?
you look at this picture,
It make me want to throw up.
it seems like your son is kissing the baby. It makes you want to
It
throw
makes me want
up.
to throw up because it's a
Why?
lot.
For your son to be kissing an innocent child?
Because it's not his.
It doesn't matter, really, if he's showing the child love.
Alright, bro. I think she's just fucking racist. I just don't think she wants any white baby, bro. But wait, that makes no sense. Isn't her husband like light skinned or like whitish? No?
Not his.
Miss McBirth was beyond delusional and genuinely believed that her son could do no wrong.
Because
the
her
crazy
son
part
is
about
light-skinned.
this is that Mr. Hughes's father has a similar skin complexion to the baby. But Miss McBirth so conveniently never mentioned it until Mr. Hughes did.
Fine hair, blue-eyed dude. So.
How you know? He just gonna say that because she gonna freak him after this.
Yeah.
So now wait a minute. You're accusing your
My
brother
brother-
of not having enough sense to testify as to his own experience?
He's told us it wasn't his baby. He just told us that it wasn't his baby. So how can
When did he tell you this?
I never
Last
said
night?
that.
Even Mr. Hughes was human enough to admit that there was a chance he could be the father, since he is mixed himself, and Miss McBirth knew that she just didn't want to mention it. Miss McBirth would then analyze the features
Okay, if you just look at these 4 people, you can see who's the imposter though. But like, because they probably dated other people with different skin tones.
of all her grandchildren.
He don't look like nobody I
All
know.
my grandbabies don't have a bridge on their nose. That
like
little boy
Nicole.
got a bridge. My grandchildren all look alike.
That don't mean
that's why-
anything.
His kids, all his
So
kids look
wait,
like.
we're looking at the bridge of the nose,
Right.
and you're saying none of those match.
None of those
He has
match.
all of
He
his
doesn't
children
look
alike.
nothing like my
All
son.
his
This entire situation was just depressing for the child, as he has constantly been told that Mr. Hughes wasn't his father. Miss McBirth would then express her frustration with this whole mess, and Judge Lauren called out Mr. Hughes for causing this mess for Miss McBirth.
The big picture of this is she's not sick of the baby, she's sick of you. Cause you running around here. You running around here, you having babies. She just said it. And at the end of the day, it falls on her. The weight falls on her. The responsibility falls on her.
I don't sleep around like that.
Well, I don't know how many kids you got.
This whole case was just a mess, and Miss McBirth would just keep on insulting Miss Jackson and her baby.
Wait. McBirth is suing the defendant for $1,000 for defamation of character. She is suing this woman's for $1,000 for defamation? For what? Wait. Yeah, for what?
The stakes were astronomically high, but finally the DNA results were in, and it was time for the truth.
Yo. Okay, before that, if the kid is actually his, like theirs, would the relationship be repairable? I feel like it wouldn't be. I feel like she is too adamant on the kid not being theirs, bro. I think it's too late to repair the relationship. I think it's doomed, even if it's theirs, bro. I think, yeah, I don't think it's repairable. I think the son have to like sever the connection with the mom, or like at least not bring the grandkids near her. Like she has so much hatred.
You are Elijah's father.
Why is she so much hate? Why is she acting like this? What? She does not want this grandkid, or she does not want that woman. That's fucking crazy they reacted this way.
That's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie. That's not true. You a lying trick. What did you do?
Mr. Johnson was in paternity court in order to prove that he is not the biological daughter of Miss
Oh
Kirby's
my God, that does not look like
son,
his.
as her son looked nothing like him.
True.
Mr. Johnson would accuse Miss Kirby of pinning the baby on him.
Your Honor, she's trying to pin a child on me that ain't mine. And she's causing problems in my current relationship.
How am I causing issues in your current relationship when you just called to me yesterday? So what are you talking about, sir?
I'm not trying to keep up with you. I just wanted to know, is this really happening?
So you think she's trying to pin a baby on you?
Yes, Your Honor.
It turns out that the baby had some medical issues and desperately needed a good father figure. The baby had a medical condition that did not run in Miss Kirby's side of the family, which gave Mr. Johnson extreme doubts. Miss Kirby would then say her side of the story.
We planned this baby. He told me when we first met that I was gonna be his baby mama. Now that he's here, he don't want to step up. Either he step up or he step down.
Excuse me,
Why do you
Your
have
Honor.
tears in your eyes?
She did not have a single tear in her eye. What are you talking about? She's not even crying.
My baby.
The baby definitely needs a nurturing home.
Okay, he is not racist, but what's that? Is he handicapist? What's that thing? What's that word where you don't like handicapped people? That's what he is. He does not like his son to be, you know.
Mr. Johnson would then mention that he grew up without knowing who his father was, so he knows the pain of growing up without a father. Mr. Johnson would state that he looked nothing like the baby.
It's not mine. It ain't my baby. That baby don't look nothing like me.
I'm like,
True.
he like. So what's your point?
Your Honor, I just had a child.
But
and
he is
the
super
baby
light,
looks
though.
Nothing like Caden. My baby looks like me.
So you are convinced that Caden is not your biological child?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Johnson failed to take into account that Miss Kirby has a similar skin complexion to the baby, and there was a valid chance he could be the father.
Yeah, but the woman is like light skinned. He is like pale white. Unless you got like a Patrick Mahomes situation.
Mr. Johnson would explain that he and Miss Kirby instantly got along.
Change numbers, then the next day, boom, we having sex. It was just a sexual relationship. That's it.
So boom, you said.
Yeah.
And you just started having sex.
Yes, Your Honor.
How long did the sexual relationship last?
Well, it lasted for months.
Months?
And during the time, she already told me, Your Honor, that she was having sex with another guy.
Mr. Johnson claimed
nah.
that Miss Kirby has had intimate relations with multiple different men. Mr. Johnson would describe Miss Kirby as a promiscuous woman who wasn't afraid
Oh,
to
you
put herself
got,
out
you're
there.
fucked. You're
Judge
cooked.
Lauren would straight up ask Miss Kirby if this was true.
Oh, is that true, Miss Kirby? Were you having a guy spend the night over during the
Yes.
time that you started having?
Yes, I was.
Okay.
Because he knew from the jump that I was dealing with someone. I was dealing with someone at the time when me and him met. I told him up front.
You just said it was a month. It's been a month. But now you was dealing with somebody.
Mr. Johnson definitely had valid reason to doubt paternity, and when he found out that Miss Kirby was pregnant, he immediately asked her if he was the father, and first Miss Kirby said no, but after some time she would start saying that he was the father.
What?
And what happens? How does the script flip?
I don't know. I guess she sees that I'm going to be around, that I'm going to help her take care of this child. She wanted
How
me
you
to
gonna
be
be
in this
around?
child's
You haven't
life.
done nothing from Caden since he been here.
Yes, because you were saying it
Of
wasn't
course
mine.
I told you he wasn't yours, cause you wasn't gonna do nothing and I didn't want to deal with you.
All right then, so
Simple
why
as
would I
that.
do something if you saying it ain't mine?
Mr.
True.
Johnson would then reveal that he was actually only one of 3 possible fathers to Miss Kirby's baby, as Miss Kirby was having intimate relations with 3 men during.
Nah, okay, even if that kid is his, he doesn't want her, bro. That woman slept with 2 other men at the same time, so that makes 3, dude. Oh my god, he's gonna catch some disease.
the window of conception. Things were not looking good for Miss Kirby.
Be mindful that we're talking about 2 different guys. She
Damn.
was having sex with another guy before this guy that she said that's her supposed to be baby father.
So you are actually 1 out of 3 potential fathers.
you are.
It was protected.
Miss Kirby mentioned that Mr. Johnson was not there throughout any of the pregnancy and did not provide much support even after the baby was born. Miss Kirby felt alone, but Mr. Johnson would deny this and claim that he did his part in providing for the baby.
You wouldn't even buy a $5 box of chicken from churches.
I was taking you to Burger King and going to Kroger grocery.
Does this woman even want him, bro? No wonder she said no. This guy was treating her to dates at Burger King, bro. Come on, man.
Woo, Mr. Johnson, you know how to wine and dine. A woman, honey. What?
This case was just tragic for the baby as he had no father figure and Mr. Johnson built no relationship.
Oh, that's
with him.
tough.
He has never even seen the baby in person. Mr. Johnson even said that he
that's
hopes the
so
baby is
sad.
not his. Regardless, the DNA results were in.
Oh.
You are the father.
Oh! Oh! Look at this guy's face. This face is 18 years of child support. Look at him. Oh, she is happy. This guy does not look at everybody's laughing and clapping everything. This guy is so sad. He has to pay 18 years of child support, and he has another kid, right? He has to pay another kid. Oh my god. Oh my god, this guy is doomed. This guy, oh my god, he is not happy. Look at his face. Oh my god.
Congratulations are in order.
He's not happy, dude. That's fucking crazy.